Hey guys, this is Peter Garcia. I want to welcome you to another episode of the Arise podcast. I just appreciate everyone with all the support lately on the last podcast. It went very, very well. So thank you guys for all the support. Before we dive into the episode today, I do want to announce that we are having our giveaway for the 1 year anniversary of this podcast. Yes, it's been 1 year. So thank you guys so much for the constant support. Can't believe I started this last year and it's been a full 12 months. So it's incredible. And I can't wait to bring you guys even more content, even better content, more guests. So this is going to be a big year for the Rise podcast. So definitely make sure. But as a thank you to you guys, what I've decided to do is to go ahead and do a giveaway. So it's a 1 year giveaway. We're giving away three gifts. One of them is a Starbucks gift card. Then we also have an Amazon gift card. And then third, I'm actually coming out with the Arise Journal. And the Arise Journal is going to be a journal to help you get into the right mindset every day. It's a 90-day journal that is dedicated to helping you with your mental health. Everything in there has been backed up by my therapist and also a couple other therapists. I got their opinion on. There's a lot of science behind the journal as well, a lot of psychology. So it's a very useful tool. We're going to be releasing that journal very, very soon, but we wanted to give away a free copy as part of the 1 year giveaway. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And yeah, 1 year. It's been crazy. Thank you guys for all the support once again. Today's episode is a little bit different. I don't have a guest or anything like that. It's going to be a solo episode. But I think this message is really going to resonate. I originally got this from a voice memo that I made in 2016, but I've matured since then. I was very young at that time. So here 10 years later, I was able to put more experience, more maturity into that. But definitely the foundation was set by younger me. And I was actually very inspired. And I felt like this message could really help a lot of people today, especially in the world that we live in. There's so much noise, politics, social media. It's just so much chaos. And I think this message is really going to resonate. And it's going to be an eye opener for a lot of people. So let's dive right in. A lot of people aren't really living. They're just existing, going through the motions, distracted, numb, waiting, waiting to feel better, waiting to be more confident, waiting to be less afraid, waiting for the perfect moment. And that perfect moment never comes. And yeah, sometimes it's not that simple. Sometimes your mind is loud. Sometimes your thoughts don't even feel like your own. Sometimes it's hard to focus, hard to be present, hard to just get through the day. And you carry that quietly. It's like a silent battle that you carry with you. But you still show up, you still function, you still try to move forward. But if you're being honest with yourself, inside of you, there's a battle. And on top of that, there's so much noise in the world. Everyone is telling you how to live, what to believe, what's right, what's wrong. You got social media, opinions, religion, politics. Everyone is certain and everyone is loud and everyone thinks they're right. And everyone's telling you how you should live your life. And after a while, all this starts to blur together. Like you hear everything, you hear all the outside noise, but you don't hear yourself. You're hearing everything except yourself. This leads you to feel lost, disconnected, overwhelmed. But here's something that people don't stop to realize. Time is still moving. Whether you feel clear or not, whether your mind is calm or not, whether you have answers or not, life is still happening. And one day, it will come to an end. You will die. And life will be over. And I don't say this in a negative way, but in a real and motivating way. And that reality is what makes this moment of life so valuable. Because right now, you're here. You're alive. You can breathe. You can move. You can try again. You could choose to do things differently. You can heal. And most importantly, you can decide to live. And not just survive, but live fully. There's a difference between surviving and living. And think about it, there's people who would give anything to have one more moment like this, to be alive, to have the blessings that you overlook. That alone is something that you should be tremendously grateful for. Life is a blessing, but it's also an opportunity. And I'm not talking about perfection. It's not an opportunity to be perfect or to have everything figured out, because you never will be perfect and you will never have all the answers. None of us will. But what you do have is an opportunity. You have an opportunity to live, even like this, even with your anxiety, with your insecurities, with the doubts, with fear, with uncertainty. Live anyways. Stop waiting to be happy or to live until you reach this perfect version of yourself, because that doesn't exist. You will never be perfect. You will never have every single thing figured out and every single answer. Stop waiting for the fear to disappear. Stop waiting for everything to make sense. Just start. Start small. Start with gratitude. Start with a walk. Start with a conversation. Start with a workout, a prayer. Start therapy. Start taking care of yourself. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You just got to take one step, one honest step, one uncomfortable step, one real step. Because confidence doesn't come before action, it comes after. And peace doesn't always come before movement. Sometimes the peace comes because you moved. Your mind doesn't have to be perfect for your life to be meaningful. You can still decide to live while you're figuring things out, while you're struggling. You can still live while you're healing over that trauma of what happened to you. You can still live, because the truth is, one day, this beautiful thing called life will end. And I don't know about you, but everything after life is uncertain. So why not live our best lives now? Because this life will end. But until then, you owe it to yourself. Not just to watch it pass by, but to live it. Even like this, even if things are not perfect, take your next step. Because once again, there's a difference between surviving and living life. And if you wait till everything is perfect to live your life, or to reach this perfect version of yourself, or to have all the answers figured out, you're never going to live. So turn down the noise of others. Turn down the noise of politics, religion, the news, people's opinion on social media, and tune into yourself. Because at the end of the day, this is your life. So take one step towards a happier you, a more fulfilled you, and a more purposeful you. And live. Because when it's all over, you're going to thank yourself for taking the step and actually living your life. That message that I just shared with you guys resonates. We wait to have all the answers. We wait for things to be perfect. We wait till we're healed or till we're over the relationship or over the trauma or over the fear. Like we're waiting and while we're waiting, life is passing by. So if I leave you with one message is to live life, man. Live life because it's not guaranteed. And make sure to arise over anything that's holding you back. Fear, anxiety, obstacles, toxic people, whatever it is. Arise over all of that and arise into a better you. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this message. Once again, like, share, subscribe. Love you guys. And thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Arise podcast. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Love.